Hello everyone, this is Mikos Milan Mitchell, also known as DJ Too Bad Meek. I am doing great, and I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to everyone. I will do a Veterans Day video, and I want to say Happy Veterans Day to everyone that served in the military, including my older brother, Michael Mitchell. Michael Lamont Mitchell II. Well, he goes by Glory because he's a rapper and a tattoo artist and a barber. I'm proud of you, my big brother, my older brother, and I'm proud to say that you have served in the military between 2000 and 2007. Well, my uncle served the Vietnam War in the early 1970s. My uncle was shot 8 times, but luckily he survived. He survived the gun wounds, and he has worked for the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. I'm also proud of my uncle, and I'm proud of my cousin who served the Gulf War in 1991. It was like the end of the Cold War, and I can remember when I was 5 years old in 1989. It was the 1989 World Series against San Francisco and Oakland. At the same time, the San Francisco had an earthquake in 1989, but also they knocked down the Berlin Wall in 1989. And it was in 1991 that they served the Gulf War. But my older brother was on leave when 9/11 terrorist attacks hit, when the first and second plane hit the World Trade Center, and when the plane crashed into the Pentagon and the field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. And then my brother were on leave when 9/11 happened. And I think he was on leave when they invaded Afghanistan and Iraq in 2003. And at the time, the government were looking for Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden. Although Saddam Hussein was killed in 2006 and Osama bin Laden was captured and killed in 2011. But enough about that. I'm just proud of the military veterans, dead and alive, and I want to honor them. Now, my personal story was in July of 1999, when I was 15 years old. I worked at Hines Veterans Hospital in Hines, Illinois. It's outside of Maywood, Illinois. And I remember seeing my Aunt Valerie. And that honor goes to you as well, Aunt Valerie. And I want to congratulate Valerie Davis for all the hard work and perseverance. And I am proud to be your nephew. And I'm glad that I got to see you a couple of times when I worked at Hines Veterans Hospital, Veterans Administration, and I wanted to honor you as well and honor myself. Even though I never served the military, I was a civilian, and when my older brother went to the Navy back in 2000, I used to memorize all of the ranks in United States Navy. Job well done to all of you. And I got to talk to World War II veterans, Vietnam War veterans. I talked to the veterans in Korean War and the person that served in Persian Gulf War. That was back in 1999. That was 2 years before 9/11. And that was 4 years before the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq. Happy Veterans Day. And I got some good news. Yep. Good news is my laptop is working again. I got an upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 10. And as they state back in May of 2015, is that Windows 10 will be the last major version of Windows. and Windows will be a service. Instead of having a release every 2 to 3 years, it will keep upgrading itself, like Android and Google Chrome. It will have like constant update, and we're supposed to get a constant update tomorrow. It's gonna be the first big update since the launch of Windows 10 back in July 28, 2015. So Windows 10 is a combination of Windows 7 and Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. And I wanted to thank Andrew Carlson, my future brother-in-law, and I want to thank his friend Doug for fixing my laptop. And my girlfriend's brother told me I had viruses, trojans, malware, adware, and a whole bunch of registry errors on my laptop. And I'm looking forward to seeing the play Hamlet tonight at the Hastings Art Center in Hastings, Minnesota. It'll be downtown. And I've read Shakespeare's Hamlet so many times. I've read the play and watched the film Hamlet. And Shakespeare got me into writing plays 13 years ago. So is Tyler Perry, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the play. I read both plays in 2001, and I wrote my very first play March 13, 2002. And I finished Sasha's Teenage Life in June of 2002, and I rewrote it and edited it, and I got it finished on my notebook in November of 2002, 13 years ago. Well, that's all I got to say for this part. There will be 3 parts to this video. This is the first part.